Jeffrey says he doesn't have time for self-improvement. He can't hit the gym because he works 9 to 5 and then he has such important tasks to do at home like fapping and playing video games. Adonis. No. Adonis. No. Adonis. 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 Nah. I've lost it, bro. Adonis. 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 Adonis knows how he spends his time directly controls what his life is like. And so Adonis spends his time conquering challenges and developing himself. So you want to do more productive things. You kind of want like another thing like lifting weights in your day, but you just keep finding yourself automatically doing the same bullshit instant gratification activities whenever you have free time. Today we're going to change that. My name is Hamza. I help young men go through the Jeffrey to Adonis transformation through self-improvement. Scroll down right now, click on the subscribe and the post notification button. It's a win-win for both of us. After I started lifting weights, I didn't really find anything else to do to fill up my day for many years, but I always had this mindset that I would love to have something that was about an hour or 2 hours that felt productive, that gave me a sense of leveling up to add into my day. But I would just never really find it. It was only up until last year when I got this thought, this realization that's really gonna help you. It's better to literally just sit around and think than it is to do the standard instant gratification bullshit that you spend your time on. And so about a year ago, literally just sitting, I know this is crazy for some young people, just sitting around with no screens, no nothing, became a habit for me. And I promise you that that's why I'm getting successful today. Because you need to understand that the random stuff that you do in your free time isn't really random, it's a habit. You've built the habit of having free time at 7 p.m. and going onto YouTube during that time. And so we need to break this habit and we need to replace it with a habit that's actually productive. So now do this visualization with me. Close your eyes, bitch. I said close your eyes, bitch. Come on, bro, close your eyes. So imagine your current life with the current habits that you do in your free time. You're playing video games, you're watching dumbass self-improvement videos like this one. See the entire day like it's fast forwarded, and the next day, and the next, and the next, and the next. And the whole year is like this. And now change it up. Replace those habits that you do in your free time with something productive. See the day go by like it's fast forwarded, and the next, and the next, and the next, and then see the entire year like this. See how different of a person you are in the second scenario. There is a lot to be gained from this free time that you're currently spending doing nothing productive. And so I'm going to take you through the steps that I personally went through. Step 1 is, again, to know that doing nothing is better than doing an instant gratification bad habit. This is what baffles me about people who are relatively new to self-improvement, who haven't made much progress. It's literally so easy for you to make progress right now. Just don't do anything. If your entire day is filled up with some like bullshit normal people activities, you can literally just exist and you'll make progress. Just stop doing the bad stuff. You can literally just sit there. And I know it seems boring. I know it seems like unfathomable for you to not be like indulging in some dopamine shit, to not be staring at a screen. But if you literally just sit there and do nothing, you're making progress. Like, you should be so grateful for that, because once you've been consistent in self-improvement, bro, you can maybe get a 1% improvement to your day, and that's life-changing for me, bro. I get excited when I can think like, oh my god, wait, I could save 5 minutes there, and I'm like, oh my god, that means so much to me. Bro, for you, we can save 4 hours of your day. Just stop doing the bad stuff. Replace all of the bad habits that you have right now, all of the stuff you do in your free time that you think is fun, but you're not even having fun. Literally, just sit there and stare at your wall. Step 2 is that during this time where you're literally just sitting there and you're thinking, maybe you're journaling, so that's okay to like keep a piece of paper in front of you. Here is where your brain will automatically think of things for you to do. And this is where it gets interesting. You wanted me to tell you a list of 10 things that you could do, but that's because you're a little bitch. You wanted me to say, oh, well, you can do calisthenics and you can write and you can make us a rap song and you knew that stuff already. This video would have been more appealing to you if I just listed out 10 autistic things for you to do. That's because you're a little pussy. You knew that you could have done those things anyway, but you're not doing them because it was never the idea that you needed. It was never like the activity. Like, every time someone asks me this question based on this, they always want me to respond with like 3 things they can do, but they'll never do those things because those things were already in your mind. The reason why you don't do the good habits is because you currently do the bad habits, and we need to like gradually stop the bad habit to do nothing and then do something. Your mind has to come to the ideas itself. And so in step 2 is when you're going to be so bored, you're literally just like staring around, just sitting, thinking about life. That's when you're going to get these ideas. Because I can tell you right now, go do gymnastics, and you won't. But after 3 hours of just being sat there, just bored as bro, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna get the thought in your mind. You're gonna be like, wait, I know what I should do. I should do some gymnastics. Why didn't anyone tell me? And so step 3 is to allocate some time of your day to that new activity that you just thought of, even if you don't exactly know what to do for it. So this is the next stumble that most people just get stuck at is, okay, they'll think gymnastics and they'll be like, oh, I don't really know how to start. Okay, back to being a spurg on the internet again. No, you're gonna now declare exactly what time you're going to invest some time, some hour into this new activity. So let's say from now on, 6 to 7 p.m., you're just gonna have it scheduled out, gymnastics. And if you don't know how to currently start training gymnastics, completely fine. 6 to 7 p.m., you're gonna do research on it. You're going to learn how to start. You're going to go buy the equipment. You're going to draft up a workout plan. Even if you're completely confused of how to actually use the time you've allocated 6 to 7 p.m. for gymnastics, you're literally just going to sit there and just think of that new activity. You've got to allow your brain to think. If there's one thing you get from me, it's just let your brain think. The reason why you're living such an unideal life and you've been confused about trying to find your purpose and everything is because you don't even allow your brain to think. You have no downtime from the internet, and so you're trying to answer life's big questions whilst you're watching this dumbass video. Like, you're trying to think of an activity as I speak right now, and it's so normal for you to try to multitask by watching videos like this, by scrolling on Instagram, by jacking off and playing video games, and then whilst also thinking, oh gee, gosh bro, my life is so shit, bro. You'll only be able to truly use your brain once you're not using your brain for anything else. That means that you have to sit there in silence. That would be some of the best time you have. And so in step 3, I highly recommend that you make a daily timetable. Here's mine. At the same time, every single day, you're gonna invest X amount of time into this new activity that you've just thought of. And then I don't exactly do this now because I've already got more than enough on my plate, but I would highly recommend, if you're currently in this stage and what I've said resonates with you, that you allocate X amount of time, 1 hour, 2 hours, for literally just thinking. Because up until you've watched this video, you've probably never even allowed your brain to just think. And that's why your life feels so weird right now. I want to drill this into the young people who are watching my videos, but I know for a fact that 99% of people who are watching this, like, go look at the views of this video right now, 99% of people won't even implement the steps that I've just done. For you to make progress right now, you just have to do nothing. But most people aren't up for that. Most people are like too addicted to the internet to do this. And I made a video like this a while ago where I said that my generation have like some trouble with just sitting in silence, and that's why your life is so trash. I feel like that shit was kind of harsh. Let me end this on a positive note. When I first got this idea of sitting around doing nothing, I visualized, I can't say who exactly it was, but it's like I saw flashes of authors and like very successful creative people and like men who used to journal hundreds, thousands of years ago in Rome or something. I journal like all these people, and I would think about them just kind of being sat back and literally just allowing their brain to think. And we don't do that anymore. Like, we cloud our brain and we stimulate it with every single moment that we get. And even I do. And I'm like the monk of us. I'm the guy on the dopamine detox. I'm still telling you the technology is still ruling my life, but I've reduced it by probably like 50%. And even then it still feels like I do it too much. And so I can't even imagine what it's like for a spurg like you. I know that this seems crazy, and I know that this advice seems so stupid, like you're probably not going to do it. But deadass, you could, straight after this video, you could turn off your computer screen, shut down your phone for the first time in months, and just sit there for like an hour, just let your brain think. I highly recommend just grabbing a piece of paper, just get ready to journal, because you're gonna get some ideas that have been so repressed in your brain because you haven't like followed the thought patterns that come into your mind. I want you to think of those successful people who have like changed the world. It's because they got those thought patterns and they were able to dive deep into it with no distraction. And so the final thing I can say is that getting onto a dopamine detox will shortcut this process. If you can resonate with what I'm saying and you've almost got like a hatred for like modern day technology and social media and what it's doing to our mental health, and you want to be one of those people who could potentially create like a piece of work that would change humanity, you're gonna have to do it whilst living like somewhat like a monk, away from like the stimulus of the modern technology that we have. That's what the dopamine detox lifestyle is about. And there's two things I can give you with that. I'll link them below. One of them is just like a free little checklist that you can go through, like 21 steps to make sure that you're doing it right. And the other one is like a class that I made. So if you want to get like a half-an-hour educational lecture of me walking you through exactly how I did mine, I'll link them both below. You can scroll down right now and click on those links. Think about the hard stuff, especially when you don't feel like it.